here's my note for anybody who's thinking about applying for an award. This is actually the most important thing I want to say. I don't like awards. I'm not big on recognition. I don't care about it. But what I heard, I think it was David Civitola, who's our Ohio CD leader, state leader, said, don't apply for the recognition. Apply so that other people can hear about your work, and then they can take it and use it, mold it, manipulate it, adapt it to their environment, to their needs, and helps them reach their audiences better, more effectively, helps their audiences make their missions.
These are the list of awards that NACDEP gives out every year. The Excellence in Community Development Work Award is given to both an individual and team each year to recognize a NACDEP member or group of members for outstanding programs in any aspect of community development work.
So what this was, just really quickly, was a series of teachings, workshops, research-based, andragogy approaches, really. Pedagogy is what we often talk about when we're talking about teaching, but adult learners, Malcolm Knowles, 1980, whatever that was, really looked at a different approach for adults. We like context. We like to have things situated so that we can understand them better. And so what I did was I put together a way to do that and to try to reach people via the distance.
Okay, I'm Marilyn Schleck, and I'm an extension educator with the Rural Prosperity Nebraska with Nebraska Extension. And we had the team award for community development. And the program that we work with is called Entrepreneurial Community Action Project. Go ahead, next slide. And what ECAP is, it's a very community-focused, very grounded type of intervention, or just working with building the capacity of the community and looking at the community assets and the potential opportunities that they have for growth, building that community capacity and creating that awareness.
The Cross Program Award, again, both individual and team, recognizes a NACDEP member or group of members for excellence in extension work that combines or integrates community resource and economic development activities with work in other program areas.
What I'm going to share a little bit about is a project called Food for a Long Life. And the project is a joint collaboration between faculty and staff at both Virginia Cooperative Extension and The Ohio State University. Funding for this project came from USDA, the Children, Youth, and Families at Risk funding program. And at its core, the project is based in community-based participatory action research with the focus of using intergenerational strategies to accomplish three goals: increase healthy food access, healthy food consumption, and education for children and their families in two communities.
Educational Materials Awards recognizes a member or group who have developed outstanding materials that educate through credible, accurate, and concise information.
I'm Lauren Princeau. I'm an extension specialist with West Virginia University. And then some of my teammates who are also on the My Hometown is Cool project are here: Michael Dover, Daniel Eads, and David Roberts. So we're going to share with you a little bit today about the My Hometown is Cool project. So My Hometown is Cool is a state initiative that developed as a fun way to work to engage youth in our asset-based community development efforts and to pull in some entrepreneurial thinking. So there are two components. One is a lesson series designed for kids aged in 6th through 12th grade, and the second is a statewide pitch competition. And the lesson series is actually what won the NACDEP Award for Educational Materials.
My name is Hannah Wooten. I am an extension agent for the University of Florida IFAS Extension in Orange County, and I'm here to talk about two award-winning programs that I've engaged in, talking about an Educational Materials Award and then also an Innovation and Creativity Award. These are both individual awards that were very targeted to my hyper local audiences. But in the case of this educational material award, for a YouTube video that has reached over 500,000 people that have watched it for an average of 5 minutes each, which is a long time in the world of social media. This is something that went far beyond my local community and really demonstrates what is possible through excellent extension programming and planning.
The NACDEP Innovation and Creativity Awards recognize a member or team who have developed an outstanding effort or program integrating innovation and creativity in community development program design or implementation, and then demonstrating effectiveness.
So I'll be talking about the Sidewalk Subway, which was a placemaking project that we did last year in Cynthiana in central Kentucky. So the Sidewalk Subway is an example of a project that came up in kind of one community and didn't take there. And so then I added it to my Rolodex to kind of figure out, knowing that it'll be appropriate somewhere else. And then as things began to open up in the summer of 2020, we were approached by the Harrison County Community Foundation to work in Cynthiana in kind of north central Kentucky, which has, I think, 6,400 people, to do some sort of COVID relief. And so what we did after we met with people and they talked about how they have all these different walking tours, they wanted to encourage people to come downtown to celebrate all those unique qualities of Cynthiana, but to do it in a really safe way, in a distance way.
The Diversity Awards recognize a member or team who've developed an outstanding effort or program ensuring meaningful diversity and inclusion.
Neighborhood Leadership Fellows, we're building equity through civic leadership. Go ahead and advance, please. So the question was always, where is the leadership in North St. Louis? Instead, we changed that question as who is actually sitting at the decision-making tables that affect North St. Louis? And so next slide. And so there is disparities in St. Louis as there are disparities in a lot of our cities, areas and regions as well. And so looking at a study, there's this Delmar divide. There's this dividing line between North St. Louis and South St. Louis. And if you're looking at regional commissions and major boards, you saw that out of 105 commissioners, only 8 lived north of Delmar, with 97 living south of Delmar. So if they're making decisions that are based off of for the entire region, but they're not familiar with that geography, there is a disparity and inequity that actually already exists. Next slide. And so working with these colleagues, we developed an advanced leadership training program called the Neighborhood Leadership Fellows Program.
And then the Excellence in Teamwork Award recognizes outstanding extension programming or projects conducted by a team that involves an ACTEP member, group of members, and demonstrates effective performance and results.
My name is Parker Jones, and I work for MSU Extension as an innovation counselor. And I'm going to talk briefly about Connecting Entrepreneurial Communities, a multi-state showcase for which we won the NACDEP Excellence in Teamwork Award. So the CEC conference brings together statewide experts in local governments, Chamber of Commerce, economic developers, and nonprofits to learn about entrepreneurial ecosystems in a model community. So we host a noon to noon conference within the downtown of a small business that is doing a good job of fostering entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial growth, and we host 25 plus breakout sessions within downtown businesses that relate to the overall concept that we're trying to educate on.
The Educational Technology Awards go to a member or a team for the use of technology, delivering or managing educational programs, expanding the use of technology in community development work, or the use of educational technology to promote problem-solving techniques. And so those awards all accept self-nominations, as was mentioned. So you're free to nominate yourself or a team that you're part of. And as always, you can nominate a deserving colleague as well. These next 3 awards don't accept self-nominations. So you have to, if you're the one being nominated, someone else has to make the nomination, or you can nominate a deserving colleague. And there are some additional eligibility details beyond what's required of the other awards. So for these last 3, make sure when you're looking at those, check those requirements in the packet. And the award for creative excellence sponsored by JSEP recognizes an individual or team that demonstrates creative excellence that's adapted by others, advancing the work of development in innovative ways.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Amanda Ali, and I'm the data scientist for the Rural Online Initiative. Next slide, please. So just a brief context of our program, we were funded by the Utah legislature in 2018 as a capacity building program. And our overall goal was to strengthen the economies of rural Utah communities through remote work opportunities. So we started with our remote work professional course. Since then, we've expanded to include several other courses under our initiative, some of which we've already piloted.
Member who's actively involved in service to NACDEP and contributed significantly to the organization for at least 3 years as of the year when the award is given, as of this year. A Distinguished Career Award recognizes NACDEP members who have been actively engaged in extension community development programs for more than 7 years.